It is kind of funny, like chickens in Appleton, chickens in general. Well, it really started with my daughter, Emmalea, who at that time was 8 years old, and she got very interested in chickens.
I was really interested in animals when I was younger, so I really wanted to learn about different kinds, and I wanted different kinds of pets and stuff.
So she got very into chickens, started reading books about chickens and so forth.
This is a book that I read to learn more about chickens. This is a Polish chicken. This is also a Polish chicken. My favorite breed, well, first I love the Rhode Island Red, and then I found out about the Blue Eye, which just got a crossbreed, and then I found out that those two had a crossbreed called the Red Eye. So that's my favorite right now.
I've had pets all my life. I've had cats all my life. I've had dogs on occasion, rats, fish, frogs, snakes, mice. You know, each pet sort of has its pros and cons. None of them produce food. None of them compost for you. None of them eat backyard insect pests. None of those pets actually offer all the benefits that chickens offer. The more she got into it, the more we thought, this might be a good idea. And we started looking into the legalities of it and found out that our city did not allow it based on our community bylaws and so forth. So we thought we'd try to work through the political system and see if we could legalize chickens. Emily and I'd say early on, we were probably kind of just doing parallel research. Like she would read and I would read, and she would look at a website and I'd look at a different website. And we talk about it now and again and just kind of compare notes. Like, oh, guess what I learned today? And oh, guess what I found out? And check this website out and all that. Then it got more serious where we actually started talking about the City Peeps organization and what that involves and getting people involved and developing a logo and marketing materials and researching and putting out good materials for other people in the community to educate other folks. Once we got to that level, it was almost like we had, it's not really like a business partnership, but now we were really kind of helping co-lead an organization and a cause.
A girl in Arizona emailed me to just tell me that she thought it was really cool that I was doing this.
There's a really interesting political dynamic that happened. The steps it moved for us was that a council member, actually two council people, submitted a proposed change in law to the full council. The health committee then works with the head health inspector and drafts a proposed ordinance, and then as a committee voted 3-2 in favor, and then that goes back to the full council for public hearing. And then if a majority votes yes, then it becomes city law. And then it got to a final vote where we lost 5-11. Ultimately, the city decided against it, so we didn't actually end up getting chickens, and hope we will at some point. The city obviously wasn't ready for it yet, but I'm sure it will at some point in the future.
Well, it taught me that there was always going to be people who didn't agree with me, but there still would be people who did. And just how it gets through government and stuff. It was really nice having the mayor on our side, so I got to learn stuff.
And so I think there's quite a lot that she and I learned together as far as how we could research a community and a community's laws and figure out how to navigate a political system that's pretty complicated and try to affect change in a community. I would say within my family, we all probably do community activism in one way or another, in different ways. Even little Lucy, who's 8, has gotten really passionate about lemurs, actually, and has been always fascinated with lemurs. And again, not a passing fancy. She's been interested in lemurs for quite a few years. I think my two daughters are still pretty young. They both, I would say, are very justice-minded. I think it was a good experience, a good bonding thing for us to do together, and we had a lot of fun with it. Yeah, it brought us closer together.
My dad's pretty cool.